Hey everybody, John Granato from the bench. I'm on mornings on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5, and that's AJ Hoffman. He's on the Blitz for now, afternoons on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. AJ, we've all seen the video, the Orioles guy with the blue glove on, and he's putting whatever on the jersey of the reliever. So it's supposed to be icy hot, and it's everybody's going to be fine. You buying that it's icy hot?
I don't know. I don't know what the alternatives are. I mean, if it's sticky stuff, if it's stuff that's going to get you suspended, it's pretty dumb.
Yeah.
But also because we had video of them putting it on. I mean, I assume there's video of him pitching in the game, and we'd know if he went to that spot or not. It was a very odd thing. I don't know exactly what these pitchers are putting on their bodies. I don't know if icy hot in your armpit somehow helps you. I would think that would be uncomfortable as a pitcher, but I don't really know. So I don't know what it is, but all I know is if the Orioles have been cheating all year, it's not working very well.
Yeah, that's one thing. The other thing is, with everything that's going on in the middle of the bullpen with a blue glove, you would think he'd go in the stall. The two of them would go in the stall together, and that they would, hide it somewhat, some way with everything. But maybe the Orioles are like, hey, we're terrible. What's the difference? Right?
Yeah.
I don't mind getting suspended right now. With pay?
Suspend our pitchers. We'll be better.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
have
right.
position players throw.
Yeah. So the whole cheating thing, I know your theory and my theory is Evan Gattis, though, was having none of it, okay? He talked the Stros Across the Globe podcast. He said he took offense to the players like Bellinger saying that the Astros didn't earn their title. He said this: there's people in our clubhouse who have had to call other people from the Dodgers clubhouse and say, hey, you need to clean up your shit because, we know, bro, why you got to be like that. And when you hear quotes like that, do you think it's only a matter of time before more teams are outed? Do you think this will happen at some point, that somebody from the Dodgers that was in that Dodgers organization is going to go, hey, we got a Yankees organization, Red Sox organization. Hey, we were doing it too.
I wouldn't shock me, but also, I mean, there was a guy on Twitter. You guys had him on your show, puts out a whole story about all these teams that are cheating. And then 24 hours later, it's like, sorry, I never should have said those things. I didn't mean any of that. Delete my account. Like, what? So I think baseball, they wanted to let it be known that cheating was out there. They got a big fish with the Astros. They got the Red Sox on a limited basis, although I still think if the Astros hadn't self-snitched, their thing would have been basically like the Red Sox thing. I think that they want it to go away, so I think baseball's doing everything they can to keep it from getting out. But as players move on, who knows? It wouldn't shock me to see more teams outed by former players.
Yeah, and there were guys that were already in the Dodgers that are gone that could say something, but I don't know that anybody wants to be Mike Fiers right now.
No,
I'm not sure. Yeah, with the crap that he's got and how much he's hated here and everything else, I'm not sure that any former Red Sox wants to be persona non, never be able to go to Boston ever again in their lives, or New York ever again, or Los Angeles ever again. It's going to be awfully tough for somebody to step up like Mike Fiers. I don't think if Mike Fiers knew now what he did, I don't think Mike Fiers would do it again.
I don't
if
think
he knew what the consequences were going to be.
I don't think he would either, and I don't know that Major League Baseball, knowing now what they know, that they would handle it the same way. I don't know that they'd make the Astros the bad guys. I don't know that they'd allow that to happen because now, we're going on 2 years where we're hardly talking about baseball. We're talking about cheating in baseball. Mm-hmm. Like I couldn't tell you who's leading the AL Central right now. I've got no idea. But I could tell you that they're checking pitchers. I can tell you all the pitchers who have had the deep pants on the field. Like that's all that's being discussed. That's not great for baseball. It's not a good look.
Well, at least they're being talked about though. Baseball is being talked. Not a great look, but baseball has been. It is what it is in this country now.
The Astros, at least they're being talked about. Remember what the Astros got talked about before 2017? They were nothing.
Nothing.
They were a nothing franchise.
Right.
And now it's like, well, why is everybody bad-mouthing our team? Well, at least they're talking about them.
Yeah,
no,
right.
It's not always good.
No,
it's not always good.
Now, Gattis went on to say, I don't know, Houston marched through fucking Boston, New York, and L.A. and came back with a fucking trophy. So I think people were a little pissed, and that's why they got outed. If other whistleblowers are now step up and out more teams, That would, I don't know. I think maybe Rob Manfred is doing the right thing. Like Ryan Spader, the guy who outed, hey, this was happening this way, and then the next day, I should have said,
Whoops.
I think Rob Manfred knows if I don't put the mafia on these guys, and when they start outing, then guess what? It could be the death knell for baseball.
Yeah, I think that's exactly true. And I don't know. Now, it's one thing for some writer whose career could be threatened. It's another thing for a retired player who's got his bag and is not worried about what MLB thinks of him. But either way, I think it's going to take someone whistleblowing who isn't concerned about their future with Major League Baseball to do it.
Yeah. Well, we've already had a guy. He said Colorado's doing it, Dodgers doing it, but nobody listened to him because he's not Mike Fiers, apparently. Mike Fiers is the only one that's believable, apparently, in Major League Baseball. So, and baseball is going to be baseball. It doesn't matter. They're going to find a way to cheat somehow, some way, because baseball going to baseball.